Hello, I'm Ramizah and I'm from Bangladesh. One of the most difficult things I faced was tackling my homesickness. I'm very close with my family and in Malaysia you should travel. I went to Penang. It was so nice. It's not just like Hello, I'm Ramizah and I'm from Bangladesh. Right now I'm in Malaysia. I'm doing my bachelor's degree in Asia Pacific University. My course is Computer Science General. To be honest, I wasn't planning on coming to Malaysia. My first choice was Australia and other Western countries. But the paperwork and everything, it was taking way too long. So I started looking for alternatives and more affordable options. So I went to agencies and they introduced me to Malaysia and then they introduced me to APU. Since I was interested in doing IT, they told me APU would be a smart decision for IT. And I also got a scholarship here. So yeah, basically I got to know about it from my agent. So before the pandemic, kids did go to abroad for studying, but normally it was from the very, very rich families. But when the COVID happened, everyone started to research online, looking for alternative options. They got to know more about the opportunities in abroad. So then they started applying. So right now it's quite common, I think. Not that common yet, but more popular than it used to be. I'll be very honest, Malaysia is way cheaper than the West. So when I did my research and everything, I made a plan. I was like, okay, then I can do my bachelor's in Malaysia and then go to the West for my master's degree maybe. Also, another thing is since it's extremely expensive in the States or the UK, the students normally do the part-time jobs. I am a very lazy person. I don't think I could have I could have managed working and studying at the same time. Right now in Malaysia, I can fully focus on my studies, which is helping me to build a foundation for my career. So I think I made the right decision by coming to Malaysia. So, life in Malaysia, one thing I love about Malaysia is the diversity. Like, I have made so many friends from so many countries. I got to know about so many things I never knew before. And another thing about Malaysia I like is if I went to the West, most of the food would have been non-halal. Since it's a Muslim country here, I have the option to go for halal foods. And the food here is so tasty. It's really good. And along with the food, the people are really nice, welcoming. And they have so many islands you can visit. It's very fun. So I'm doing computer science general. The reason I went for general was I knew I wanted to do something in IT field, but I wasn't sure what to choose as my specialism. So I just went for the general. But right now I'm studying even more because I have to study for every specialism. But I hope at the end it will be worth it. So for now I'm doing computer science. I'm in my second year, first semester. So in my first semester it was mostly basics. Like it was easy languages like Python. Right now I'm doing more advanced like Java, the network configurations and everything. So yeah, the workload is very pressurizing, but yeah, I'm trying to pull it off. One of the most difficult things I faced was tackling my homesickness. I'm very close with my family and I come from a very big family. So I kept on missing my family, and because I was missing my family and friends back home so much, at first I didn't socialize as much as I normally do. But slowly after adapting, after overcoming my homesickness, I started talking to people. I started going out of my comfort zone, meeting new people, and it helped me a lot to grow. I grew up in the capital city of Bangladesh, in Dhaka. It's basically a concrete jungle. It's mostly just buildings and apartments, okay? The transportation is not always safe. One thing I really like about Malaysia is the transportation. I can just take the LRT and go anywhere, and even if I want to go to Genting, I can just get on the bus. It's only 10 ringgit. I can just go there on the weekend. And they have so many islands here. I really like it. My country, it doesn't have that many islands. So yeah, I really like how I can explore Malaysia easily. One thing I don't like is when it gets hot, it gets way too hot. You sweat and it's a mess. And then the next minute it will be raining. So the weather is very unpredictable. One thing I recently joined is the Student Ambassador program in my university, APU. So it's very flexible. You just go to the office, you welcome the new students, and since it's flexible, you can just go there in between your classes. There's no fixed time when you have to go, and you also get a little allowance with some bonus, and you get to meet so many new people, new students. And as an international student, I know what it feels like when I'm like, I remember when I first came to Malaysia, I was so lost, I was scared, and it's nice. Even if someone is just smiling at you, it's nice, it's comforting. So I'm happy to be a part of the ambassador program. I love to travel, and since I'm here in Malaysia, whenever I get like big breaks, like semester break or mid-sem break, I am trying to like go visit the islands here. And last month I visited Thailand, and it was very cheap because it's very close to Malaysia. So like countries like Indonesia, Thailand, they are very nearby. So if you go there from your home country, it might be very expensive, the plane fare especially. But if you go from Malaysia, it's way cheaper. So when I get big breaks, I do that. And when I am on the weekends, I just mostly hang out with my friends, visit a new place, explore around. Yeah, basically it. I only spent like 1,500 my whole trip, including hotel tickets and everything. 5 days. I like to explore new things, but in Malaysia, I really like the local food like nasi goreng, nasi lemak, and I love how they have the juice everywhere. They have so many juice and they're always fresh. So normally I just eat in mamak stalls. Yeah. The mamak stall here is basically, it's kind of street food, but like it's local food. So, and it's very cheap. So it's mostly like nasi goreng. Nasi goreng is practically fried rice. And if you go for nasi goreng ayam, it's just nasi goreng with chicken, but they use the spices and they fry it really nicely. So it's really nice to eat. And then you can pair it up with, for me, I always go for the watermelon juice. It's very refreshing. And then they have the limau ice, which is basically the Malaysian version of lemonade. So yeah. In Malaysia, you should travel. Like I went to Penang. It was so nice. It's not just like islands. There's like cultural heritages. There's the UNESCO heritage and everything. There's so many things you can explore. So if you're in Malaysia, don't just stay at home and do your assignments. Go out with your friends, have fun. Since I'm doing my course in computer science, I would like to get a job there. But looking at the job market right now, it will be very hard. But I'll still try my best. And if I don't manage to get a job in Malaysia, I'll just go for masters in the West or somewhere. That's practically my plan till now. If I get a job, like I would like to work for 2 years just for like, job experience. And I'm very comfortable here. So I'd like to stay more. And then I would like to explore other countries. If you're thinking of coming to Malaysia, I would advise you to go out of your comfort zone. There are so many different types of people, so many people from different countries. Go out, talk to them. It will be awkward sometimes. Just smile and shrug it off. And always focus on your studies, because don't forget, like the main reason you're here is for your studies. So do your studies, but don't do the studies only. Yeah, try to balance it out.